Hey, hey, hey.
We're back.
Welcome. We are back.
We are back.
Oh my goodness.
We are
It feels like we've
back
been
for
gone a minute
I know.
and it's
Did
been
you
a
miss
crazy
us?
day.
We
Did
didn't
you
know if
miss
everybody
that?
missed us.
I know
I
it's Thursday night
know.
games, but I hope they missed us.
I mean, you
Because I
can
missed you.
always watch while you're watching us. Most people have a phone and a TV these days, so hopefully you can multitask. I know it's hard for men out there to multitask, but we got you. We know you can do it. We know you can do it. Shout out to Quan. I just friended Rosalie on Facebook because
Oh.
Rosalie is going to be our new VGK reporter
Oh,
because
great.
she went to the training camp today, their first official training back at training camp. It's the first time that fans have been back allowed to be at training camp since COVID started because everybody on VGK is vaccinated. So now fans are welcome to come to practice and come to the training facility, the training practice facility, and watch the men get down because season is upon us. Their first preseason game is on Sunday, which is wild. And of course, the opener against the Seattle Kraken is October 12th. So
You going to that game?
I do plan on going to that game.
Okay.
And shout out to my girl Sarah Evans, because I was able to actually get a few tickets from her group of season tickets that she shares with some people. And so I will be going to a few games this year, luckily. Thank you,
good.
Sarah. Yeah. So it's exciting. It's going to be exciting to watch the guys here. I do know I don't know if you saw, there was a shared post about Marc-Andre Fleury and kind of telling his story about how he was how he was kind of shafted, I guess, into getting traded. And, he's a little sad and I feel bad for him. But one of the games that I will be going to is the VGK Blackhawks game because I do want to see Fleury. So hopefully he's out there and he's able to play while he comes back to
I'm
Vegas.
sure he's going to play.
I'm sure they'll have some big production too about welcoming him back. So
yeah, of course. They have to.
What's up, Kinte? Thanks for joining in, as well as Mr. Logan.
Bill
Billy Vanilli Logan.
Bill Blackham, you picked Panthers tonight. I hope that comes through for you. I picked the Texans. I think I'm the only one on the LTBB. Shout out to them pick'ems that picked the Texans tonight.
Really?
And I feel like it may come to fruition since Christian McCaffrey went down very early.
Listen, my struggles.
That is Panthers above 40% offensive line, pretty much. That's your game changer right there. He's gone on a hamstring pull, and
made it through the first quarter. That was it. And now he's gone. The hamstring. I'm hoping it's something small. It's not going to take a long time.
He was able to walk in the tent. They probably just need to massage it out. Get a rub down.
Well, he's not coming back for the game. And
no, he's not. He's out for the rest of the game.
Hamstring's going to be at least, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks, if not longer. I just hope it's like an IR move or something. I don't know.
I hope not. You told
I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to do with my life right now.
You know what? Honestly, I picked the Raiders on one show, on Quan's show, week 2. But then on my LTBB pick'ems, I'm talking about Kinte. Kinte said he told me about my Raiders. I was like, and then on their on the LTBB pick'ems, I changed it because Josh Jacobs was out. I was worried, but I should never worry like that ever again. But my initial gut was telling me the Raiders are going to win, and they did. So. But we'll talk about it.
Listen, because I have him on my guys fantasy. This is the league that I've won 2 straight championships. I was hoping for a 3rd, and now I'm not going to have CMC. I mean, I was hoping if he gets injured, maybe it's late. Well, at least if he gets the injury out now, hopefully it's minor. He comes back and kills the rest of the season.
Who do you have backup then? Who you have that you can put on your fantasy?
I mean, I've got extra, but I'm not going to put it out on here because I don't need anyone in my league to know what moves I'm trying to make.
But you have moves. You have options. We'll just say
there's options, but nothing. Okay. There's no CMC option. Like you can't replace him. You can't replace 25, 30 points a week from him. You know what I mean? It's too much.
Not like Derrick Henry with my 53 points he brought me.
Yo,
that's who I chose
on Sunday.
And he brought that.
Killed
53 points. I was like, yo, I'm so glad I got him.
But he didn't do well the first week, though.
He did not, but I believed in him. It's Derrick Henry.
It's a week-by-week basis.
It's early,
week-by-week basis.
Yeah. Depending on who they're playing. You never know. Any given Sunday.
Yes.
Any given Sunday. Yeah. So
But yeah, so I know, Kente, I'm trying to put hope alive, keep hope alive. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, minor injury, he's back and, gets a little break, but I definitely need to make a few moves because I already have my IR spot on fantasy already full. So I gotta have to drop that one or get rid of, my extra tight end or rid of my extra
waiver
quarterback just so
wire.
I can.
That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one.
I
And
mean,
this
we're
game is
hurting. These
so low
Panthers, everybody
scoring,
is
like
limping
it's
off the
terrible.
field. We got another one from Panthers. Man went down. Down goes Frazier. He limping off the
What?
field.
Who's down
What is
now?
going on?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just start off top with
Yeah.
some hot topics because the injuries. We saw 4 quarterbacks get out during the game this weekend, as well as I think even Big Ben is injured this weekend and maybe like limited. Um, Baker Mayfield had his shoulder popped out and put back in before coming back in. We lost Tua, Wentz, Dalton, Tyrod Taylor. I mean, usually it's all these running backs, which we've seen a little bit up until now, preseason until week 2. But this week 2 was like quarterback central. Ridiculous.
It's unpredictable. You just never know. It seems like it's
Did
the
any
way
of
you're
your
trained as a
quarterbacks get into
quarterbacks.
it, or do you have any quarterbacks in your
They had
fantasy?
Derek Carr questionable, but I had Tua on my fantasy and I waved him off the wire and picked somebody else up, but I haven't played him yet as of the 2 weeks, and I've been winning from who I have because I have Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes. So I'm just rolling with that kind of AFC West and NFC West top contenders, and it's been doing good for me.
Right.
My biggest thing is I just don't need the key supporters. I don't need any tight ends out. I don't need any running backs gone. Like I said, I have Josh Jacobs on one of my fantasies, and he's been out with the ankle sprain, and he's still questionable. They haven't put him on IR, but he's questionable. He didn't even show up to practice yesterday. So with the upcoming game on Sunday, with Jacoby Brissett and company, there's no Josh Jacobs. I don't know. But I think we'll be okay.
Shout out to Mike Dixon. I know he's sweating in his pants right now because you guys got Miami's coming into to town, and Tua's no longer there. But hey, Jacoby Brissett could pull something off. He's always going to play the backup role, but he's had some good starts. He's had a couple good games, so hopefully.
Listen, I'm not counting that game as a bust game. I mean, that's a game that our Raiders fans, we're not sitting comfortably thinking, okay, here we roll into 3-0. You never know, because we lost last season to Miami at home with no fans. I think fans do make a big difference though in Allegiant, so that I think that's what gives us our push to do better, and I think they will play well. I do have an opportunity to go to the game this Sunday. Possibly. My dad invited me, but then I was like, I need to ask him, do I have to pay for these tickets? Oh, like, you invited me, and I asked him a million questions. I was like, you didn't ask my brother Brian? He's like, well, his wife has tickets. I was like, okay, you're not selling them this weekend? No, I kind of wanted to go, but I could sell my seat. I'm like, he's like, I asked you first. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I could go, but do I have to pay? And then if I don't have to pay, then I'll pay for the concessions, because the concessions aren't cheap. So I feel like the concession price might match his ticket price. I doubt it, because his tickets are kind of expensive, but the concessions can come halfway there. We could meet halfway. So that'll be cool, if I can see it in live action. Otherwise, I'm waiting for the 10th on those Bears. I mean, that's the game I'm really, really looking forward to. So
that will be a good one.
That would be
a good one. Oh man!
But with these quarterbacks down, I don't know. You guys have to. Everybody on a fantasy league, everybody at sports book betting, strategize. Kind of think some second options. Go on the waiver wire. Do what you can. Make sure you have some strong running backs, tight ends, wide receivers, or kickers to make up those point differentiations. Because well,
that's why my first goal in every league is to always get out there and get at least a few running backs. Those first 3 picks, I need running backs, unless it's like a Travis Kelce or something, who went on, even though the Packers lost Monday, Travis Kelce was running like a running back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's like one of the only guys you can do it to. I mean, it's just, it's a lot. It's so much.
It is.
So you also had a good weekend, though. You had a little Life is Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Are you tired? Have you rested since then? Because you were going nonstop.
Listen, I was very exhausted. I'm very old. Not to mention, you have to understand, Life is Beautiful is a 3.3 mile day. meaning you're
I saw
walking
your
from
picture of your
parking.
steps. I saw you were getting your steps
Yes,
in.
4,800 some to be exact. So that was like 3.3 miles because you have to understand the main stages are a half a mile apart from one another. So if you're going to see one artist and you're done seeing that artist, and you want to bounce to another stage, it's not really an easy next door. You're literally walking from 8th and Fremont to 7th and Ogden. So you have to truck it there. And I think your shoe game needs to be on point because if you try to look cute out there, like my boots, you're gonna crash real soon.
So I saw people were wearing backpacks, so there was no real
Jesus, the backpack
security
things.
issue as far as
You know, it was really interesting because they didn't check the backpacks. They didn't check the backpacks unless something went off in the backpack. Otherwise, you could go in with your backpack. But I was sick of the backpack. I carried my friend's backpack for him, and his backpack was heavy. I did give them a cautionary warning. Like, do not ever bring a backpack to this thing again. Or if you do, just bring one and don't overload it. Because they had big bottles of water in it, sunglass cases this big, just all kinds of stuff. I had a crossbody. Simple crossbody. But to help them out, I put the backpack on. I was trucking. Was good. And then I was like, you know what?
And why couldn't they wear the backpack?
Well, you know, one had some back problems, you know, and I get it, you know, but the backpack didn't help having that because we're old.
So why pack a backpack if you got back issues?
Yeah, the backpack, you know. And so then, so I'm watching some shows and stuff, and I knew it when Fisher came on, who's this like dope ADM DJ out of Australia who brings it and brought this large amount of people. His show was across from Atomic Liquors. I told them, I said, hey, before the Fisher show, I'm giving the backpack back because I'm going to want to dance. And if I'm dancing, I'm not dancing with no backpack on my back. This is not going to work because my back started hurting. It was one of those little light hiking backpacks. It's like a little nylon, lightweight. You think until you overload it with stuff. Then there was another backpack fiasco. One of the other people with me decided to fill their backpack up with the, you know how you have the water bottles with the tube that you bite down and suck on? He decided to fill it up with liquor. So we're watching one show, and then all of a sudden I look over and the backpack's leaking bad. I'm like, your backpack's leaking. Like, oh no. You open it up. You have to
the life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful, boy. It can be a fiasco. But amazing.
Hey, what's good,
shows.
Justin? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Amazing shows. Megan Thee Stallion brought it. ASAP Rocky brought it. Don Toliver brought it. Ludacris was amazing. Did all the bangers, you know, and I mean, that crowd was so packed. You were in the middle of the street, literally standing watching that. You couldn't even get to the stage if you wanted to. But he brought it with all his hits, and he kept going. And then you saw a lot of good indie artists. And Green Day did their whole
really? They were there?
Green Day was there. It was super packed. They brought it. Every hit, every banger, just put you in the mind of back in the day in high school. You just thought you were there again. And yeah, it was wonderful. Not to mention the art, all the murals that were updated and stuff around, and they're still down there. So if anybody wants to drive downtown near Container Park area or anything like that, they did a whole bunch of wall murals off of the parking buildings, some vacant spaces, some old apartment complexes they painted over. It's pretty dope. It was really nice for pictures and stuff like that. So that's cool.
That's awesome.
But it is a taxing type of event. I did have to rest. I'm still on the rest mode from it. You got to do one day. You can't do all three. It's just impossible. Do one day. Pick a day where the schedule looks good and you got some great artists lined up, and that'll be enough.
That would be all I need. I mean, I was mad because when I was in Barbados for a week, it was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. It was all beaches, warm weather, water was clear and beautiful. But Saturday night, I flew back and I got in like at 11:30 p.m. and Ludacris was at Brooklyn Bowl that night. And I was like, man, if I had any energy whatsoever left in myself, I mean, I would have loved to see Ludacris at Brooklyn Bowl.
I know. And it's so crazy because all these artists that were in town, like Megan went to Cosmo after her show and did Marquee.
Well, and iHeart was here as well. iHeart was here as well.
Yes,
so that was big and huge.
Yes, that was big too. So festivals. So next month is EDC, October 29th. Yeah. God help me. Following one after that is Day in Vegas. God help me on that too. So we'll see. It's going to be an adventure. That's all I could say.
aside from another one of an issue that happened here in Las Vegas, so another hot topic that I've found out today was that on Saturday, the high roller, which is like our Ferris wheel out here
Yeah.
in the link, it
Yeah.
broke down.
Right.
And people were stranded on it for like an hour and a half because it's typically like a 25-minute ride all the way around. An hour and a half, people were saying the pods were tilting as they were going around. Like, I'm glad I've already been on it because now I don't want to go.
I've never done it. I hope they compensated those folks. That's like being trapped in an elevator that doesn't move.
I mean, but what do you compensate them with? Like more free rides? Like nobody wants to come back on here now.
No money, because I know a story of a elevator getting stuck at Neiman Marcus. The lady was in there for over an hour. They cashed her out $1,000. It was like, here,
Neiman Marcus.
Let me get stuck somewhere. You paying me, and then not to mention in those pods you have booze. So
not all of them.
Stuck,
only one, I think, out of all of them had, because you have to pay for the booze cruise or the booze pod to have the unlimited liquor for the ride. So not all.
If it was a booze pod. Well, if it was a booze pod, some people would be just drinking their pain away, I guess.
Yeah, they would have got their money back that way for sure.
Hopefully no one gets sick in the pod while it's stuck. You don't want that. Well, I really be trying like, give me my money. Those things happen.
Hey, Alicia, welcome to the show. We appreciate you tuning in.
You got to be careful of that kind of stuff. Those things happen. It's like a roller coaster being stuck. When I worked for the Adventure Dome, it was the same thing. You'd have people stuck up on the roller coaster, going up, skip a dog is what they call it, where the track kind of jumps over the chain jumps.
Oh, no,
and it gets stuck and you hear it. It's a loud boom. It happens. You got to be careful. Just never know. And it sucks.
Right.
What does that do for the link now as far as trying to promote people to get on it after this incident?
They're going to have to give out free rides.
Still not getting on it. I've never been on that thing. It looks smelly to me. I know it's a big pod space, but it looks smelly to me. Those people have been walking up and down the strip in triple-digit weather. I'm not inclined to share a bubble with you.
I'm just curious if there's like a max amount of people in there now because of COVID, because how do you keep because I know when I first went on there, it was like, there was people kind of you can fit up to like 20, 30 people in there. So is it less?
Yeah, I'll pass. Hard pass.
Alicia says,
Alicia, pop a room at the link. Honey, have you seen them rooms at the link? I'd rather not. Give me my money. No, thank you.
Maybe like a gambling, maybe like give them like $200 to gamble with or something.
Just give me a gift certificate to Yard House over there and I'll call it a day. Something. I mean, that's the only thing I feel like. Or Brooklyn Bowl ticket, something. I just don't see myself doing anything else over there. Honestly.
Right. Hey, Aisha, welcome. Thank you. We are happy to be back. That little break was nice, but we missed talking some sports. There was a few other events that took place. The Super Bowl for the Saints was on fire. The roof was on fire this week.
Yes.
Apparently I don't know how a pressure washer that is dispensing water catches fire, but apparently the root of the fire was from a pressure washer because they were cleaning the roof. But for all the Saints fans out there, don't worry, because apparently, since their next home game isn't until next Sunday, they should still be able to play at home, which
I don't know if that's going to make them a difference. They got mollywopped this past Sunday. They got mollywopped this past.
The Jameis Winston of week 1 was not the Jameis Winston of week 2.
Sure wasn't. Jeez. Did they play Taysom Hill at all? I didn't even get a chance to watch that game. Did they play?
I didn't. I literally only watched. I did watch most of the games on Sunday. I don't think they played him, but I'm not positive. He wasn't like a factor. I can say that.
Yeah,
it was mainly all Jameis Winston. But
Carolina just scored.
So we have 14-0.
Yeah. If they make this Tommy Tremble with the touchdown, a run in. Yes. Gotcha. Let's go. Good job for everybody that's picking Panthers. I still believe in these Texans, but coming at 6 minutes and 20 of the third, I don't know. Could be wrong with my picks.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the taunting rule.
What
is that all about?
Explain that.
So the NFL this year has put in place this taunting rule. So literally there's been 11 taunting flags in the first 2 weeks of football. Okay. So it's basically unsportsmanlike conduct. And if anything is like, basically if you're using any kind of baiting or taunting acts or words that may, have the other team want to, come back at you. So you're getting in the face of opponent, you're turning around while, breaking free for a touchdown, you're calling a player a name, these kind of things. So there's been 11 of them called since the start of the season. And like the most was, I think 20, I think a couple years ago or a few years ago. But how do you keep men how do you get men to keep their emotions and their pride without doing a little bit of ha-ha-has, or I got you this time, or I get excessive stuff, like we've seen things that are unsportsmanlike conducts, when we've seen like helmets hitting people and people going, we've seen the fights. But if it's just some words, like, I mean, how are you a professional athlete and can't take a your mama kind of joke at this point? Like all these boxers, we saw the Caleb Plant thing happen when they got at it, and he got a little busted eye from his sunglasses because they went at it, and it was like one of those, your mom, I was talking about your mama. I mean, I get it, but when do you check yourself from the inside? Like DK Metcalf had an issue this past weekend with one of the defenders on the Titans, and he told himself, and he put out a news brief this week that he was going to start checking his emotions from now on, not letting people smack talk get to him. But guys can't do that. What guy do you know can keep his emotions in check?
When have these guys been so sensitive all of a sudden now? What's going on? I need the sense.
I mean, if you get burnt on a play, then you got burnt. Like, take it and go prove it wrong.
So basically, I mean, I'm not gonna be that pressed if someone talks crap about me. Something about your mama ain't true. Like, when are we? I mean, you're that sensitive? Is that where we're at right now? Everybody's so sensitive. It's football. I don't know. I think it's crazy. They can't catch all of them. They may make selection on what type of taunting call they'll make. They can't catch them all. Everybody taunts.
Well, and do you think Tom Brady will get a taunting call versus like someone?
No, he won't.
Exactly. Like, it's just going to be a playing favorite.
You'll be so lucky to want to be taunted by Tom Brady. You'll feel honored. That's why I don't understand. This is so stupid.
Tom Brady, talk to me. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, those offenses come with. I mean, you got like $10,000 for your first offense, $15,000 fine for your second offense.
Stupid.
I mean, doesn't come cheap.
Doesn't, but that's so stupid.
So your Raiders are 2-0.
Yes, they are,
and they had an impressive win on Sunday in Pittsburgh.
Impressive is not the word. They showed out in Pittsburgh. Granted, there was no TJ Watt in Pittsburgh. Granted, they had 7 players out, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, but still, we had no Josh Jacobs. We had no great 28, and everybody kind of really relies on him on the run game. But I think also too that people figured out Josh Jacobs. Let's just say HR3, who had been on a milk carton all last season as our rookie, that 67-yard pass from Derek Carr. And let me just stop real quick and tell everyone they need to respect Derek Carr. Please do. Give him his flowers. The man is not done. He's not worn out. He's still got an arm.
We're only in week 2, first of all.
Let's just check this out. The man is in 2 weeks, he's got 812 yards in passing so far over all the top line quarterbacks. We beat 2 top AFC. Thank you. So that's my point. No one wants to talk about this. Everybody wants to talk about Tom Brady.
Let's see if he can keep it up for the season.
Well, I think come second half of our schedule is going to be the real challenge for him, and to see if he keeps it up. But 812 yards in 2 weeks, no quarterback has done that. They're all in the 600s. He had 342 yards passing this past game.
And that guy, and then Edwards, your wide receiver, Edwards, that guy.
He's a stud. He was a stud.
And low key, he's still available in most leagues, just FYI.
Yeah, if you want to grab him up, I would grab him up. He is a stud, okay?
Right.
He has brought it. And not to mention, I love the fact that the ball got spread out. Foster Moreau, stud.
Yeah.
We also had Darren Waller with catches. He had 19 passes to Darren Waller first week. Why? Darren Waller only caught 10 of those 19. I think he learned his lesson that anytime Derek Carr's throwing that ball, you better be able to catch it. But the fact that
I think most opponents now are realizing that Waller is a target, and they've been kind of slowing that down, because Waller didn't get much action on last weekend at all.
Absolutely, but he did get one play action, and that's all you needed to do. But Derek Carr was one to spread the ball around to all of his players. You know what I mean? Don't leave Hunter Renfrow not open and not throw it to him. Throw it to him. He got hands too. I mean, and then shout out to our defense. Because that's the thing. It takes a lot to take Big Ben down. I mean, when you're trying to hold
AJ
on,
Wright had a nice little
go down.
our defense was on. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's been helping us tremendously these last 2 weeks is the defense. And so if we can keep that going, I think we'll be good. But our schedule is not easy. Like we just got, no one thought we'd beat the Steelers. I didn't even think it, like in hindsight, I picked it initially on Quan's
And not
show.
one Steeler fan thought you were going to beat him.
And not one Steeler fan thought we were going to beat it. But we had a long time history of rivalry with the Steelers, you know, and beating them. And for the division, as far as the AFC goes, I mean, that spoke volumes. And like I said, give Derek Carr his flowers. 812 yards in 2 weeks. No quarterback has done that yet. They're still, the next one is sitting at 686 and then 600 under that. So the man is 200 above in passing yards so far in 2 weeks. I need y'all to put some respect on his name.
Right.
Hey, man, still got
What's up, Les? We appreciate you tuning in. This is not going to be a regular Thursday night thing. It's I was a little preoccupied yesterday.
You got to talk about it.
Let's talk about it because I actually got a little video. So I got invited by a friend that was in town from Seattle, a fellow avid Husky, Seahawk, Mariner, etc., etc. And I got to jump on the chance of taking part in the Leagues Cup, which is placing the MLS versus Mexico's Liga League. So we had Club Leon versus the Seattle Sounders in the Leagues Cup. And although it wasn't a great result for our Sounders, here's a little bit of what I got to experience.
Wow. There's a lot
Listen,
of Seattle fans
I've been to one Sounders game before at home, which you don't sit. They never sit. You stand the entire game. Like these fans here even didn't sit until it was like halftime, or you know what I mean. So I'd never heard so many different chants in my life. I felt like I was behind and not knowing some of these chants. Like they had like 10 different chants. I mean, these fans were amazing, but there was, of course, a ton of Mexico fans here because, of course, we're like little Mexico here as well. It was a great turnout. It was a lot more than I expected. They had said it was like 24,000 fans that showed up. I don't think it was that full, but the lower bowl, especially on the, I don't know what side that is, the north side, whatever. I don't know. It was packed. It was packed on that side. There was nothing on the upper bowl, but the lower was very. I mean, I got to see also our guy Llama Dude. Shout out to Mateo.
Yeah, I saw that
there. Yeah, it was good times.
That's good.
Yeah, so we lost 3-2. They traveled too, like literally had a whole section just for the supporters. So it was fun, Alicia. I had a really good time.
I saw that.
And how they snuck the smoke in is beyond me because there was smoke coming from both ends during different points made. So it's just, and they probably don't allow smoke inside a stadium. So I'm sure some fans got taken out for that. But along the side of my Sounders, my Seahawks, of course, we had that terrible loss to the Titans.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that in overtime too by a field goal. I was like,
here's the deal. We had a great first half, which is odd because usually we're a second half team. But the second half, we didn't show up for nothing. Not to mention our kicker, who's usually on point, Myers, missed an extra point that could have kept us from being in a tie, which resulting in overtime, which resulting in our loss.
Right.
It was all bad. And to let Derrick Henry have 3 touchdowns in the second half is,
like I said, 53 points, man. The guy went for yard, and I was all for it. I was like, I'm winning. And I looked at, and I didn't even check fantasy all day because I was at the festival. And I looked and I was like, oh my God, he did that. So I missed that game. So who do you guys have next week?
We are in Minnesota.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we can rebound from this, but it was just kind of like, oh my gosh, coming out so great for the first weekend and then to come and have this. I mean, we had a great first half. We were up, we were doing well. Russell had like 2 long bombs to Tyler Lockett. I mean, there was some great stuff happening, but it's clear so far that Tyler is his number one option. Like DK's been around, but he hasn't been, that other capable receiver yet. So hopefully there's something more for him. I know Chris Carson has been doing great as running back.
Yeah, I got him on my
He's improved a lot. He's been doing great. We still have issues on defense. I know a lot of the Seahawks fans, we miss KJ Wright. Shout out to the Raiders because they got him. And we miss him. We miss a couple of things.
And here's the deal. Adams fare?
Well, and the thing is, we need Jamal Adams to earn that money.
Yeah.
So far, it's been kind of mediocre. It hasn't been the worth of all those millions and salary cap issues. So I don't know.
Yeah, you guys busted my ticket on that.
Listen,
you busted my ticket. I put the Seahawks on my ticket that day. I placed a bet in the sports book and I put Seahawks on my ticket. Y'all totally busted my ticket. On a 7-teamer. I was like, I cannot.
They busted my ticket. I won no parlays on Sunday.
Oh, I was so upset. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening.
Les, it's funny. I think I saw your post because there were people that are like, oh, Seattle won this game because they saw the first half and then boom, here we go. Yep.
So now if it trends where you guys are a first half team but can't deliver in the second half, that's a problem.
I don't feel like that's the chance to have 13 season home opener wins. We had 12 straight season home opener wins. This would have been our 13th year. We didn't do it. So it's kind of like, dang. Now I think it hopefully was a wake up call for most of the team. Also Russell Wilson, one of his main supporters and I don't think call him spiritual guiders or
he passed away, right?
He had passed away. So I'm sure that was heavy on his mind. Not to say that it would make him, play any differently, but who knows? There was a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot going on with everybody these days, but you just gotta, make the money you're getting paid for. Like if I show up to work and only do half my work, they're gonna have a problem with me working. You know what I mean? Like, let me make my pay.
Yeah.
Earn it.
Well, they got to do something because Russell's going to be out if they don't this season. And you guys got a very strong competitive division. And it's not
the NFC West is nothing.
It's a tough one. It's a tough. You guys are no slouches in that division whatsoever. All four of those are
the Niners. I mean, the Rams, Cardinals. Everybody.
Talk about
everybody is strong.
Talk about
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. That's going to be a tough.
And that's the thing about divisions. Like we should have 2 coming from the NFC West, and there should be 0 coming from the NFC East. Or I mean, okay, granted, the Cowboys are 2-0. Congratulations, or no 1-1.
Oh, no, they're 1-1.
Of course, they're going to the Super Bowl this year again. But I mean, I feel like and I'm going to talk about later too is the WNBA and having they're restructuring their playoff scenarios, because I think in the NFL, you should take like the MLB does, not just take from division, but take from the actual conference or the league.
Yep.
Because you're getting the top and the best. You're always missing out. Then this has happened a lot with the NFC West. We're missing out on those games.
Yeah.
It's a tough division.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
I can't relax. Kente, he's a Seahawks fan. I just can't relax.
I saw that.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I know you were tight.
Tough division last.
I know you were tight.
Yeah.
I think everybody was.
Listen, Sunday I was pissed.
And the second week, everybody I know.
You guys know I do not take losses well. So Sunday we actually had to draft tickets for the Vegas Golden Knights, like I told you about earlier. And I was in a bad mood, and there was a little bit of commotion here and there, and I just didn't want to talk. I was just done. Let me get the tickets, and I'm out for the day. I'm done. I can't function after a loss well. I just can't. It hurts my heart. So we'll make it happen.
Well, the thing of it is this. You better win week 3 is all I can say. Because I was pissed.
I mean, it's Minnesota, but here's the deal. We, and we do have some luck at Minnesota. It's a different team now in Minnesota. So we'll see. I believe it can work. I mean, here's the deal. You come off of a surprising and terrible loss like that, especially with being prevented by a missed extra point. they've got to be, fumed and ready to play hard. So I would only hope
they got to travel.
Yeah.
Time zones are different.
Yeah.
What's your history with them? What's your guys' history with the Minnesota Vikings? How's that fair?
There's been a lot of wild card and playoff pictures where, between, missed kicks, missed field goals that have cost the games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little interesting. It usually comes down to the wire during like wild card or something like that. But the Vikings aren't the same,
no, they're not.
They lost a quarterback. They've lost a great wide receiver who changed the game with Buffalo. So we'll see how that goes. But speaking of other football, this weekend will be the first weekend officially of Soldier Fields. Your rookie Justin Fields from Ohio is finally going to get that start for Chicago. The Red Rifle has gone down, and Justin Fields.
Well, we knew now,
all Bears fans are calling it Soldier Fields now. He's going to get his first start this weekend.
We knew that with Andy Dalton.
And he's not coming. Dalton's not coming back. If as long as Justin comes in, there's no reason for Dalton to be back.
I mean, and granted, they won. They won.
Maybe he can go over here to the Texans, because between the Tyrod going down and this Mullins guy who really can't perform,
and Deshaun Watson just sitting there talking about, where am I going to go?
They need to figure this out for Deshaun. It's
a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But that's got to be tough. Everybody that had a loss the first week came back with a win this week.
Like the Packers, Aaron Rodgers said, hold up, don't keep talking about me. Even though they only scored 3 points on the first week.
He's still coming just to throw the ball. He's not going to give it his all. You can bet on that with Green Bay.
But he threw them touchdowns. He had over 250 yards.
He did.
Aaron Jones, if you have him on fantasy, this guy had 4 touchdowns. Even lost little ashes of his father that was in like a little football.
Yeah, but he got him back.
He got him back, but it was so cute because he was like, you know what? My dad would say if I were to lose this anywhere, he's glad it's in the end zone, because this man stays in the end zone.
And he lost his dad to COVID too. So you guys be mindful of that and respectful of that situation, because that was bad. And he's carrying his ashes like that, and then to lose him, I was like, oh my God, can you imagine?
It's his first game of not being there.
And
he passed during the off season. So it's too much. Les, why are we talking about Eli Manning? I don't know. I guess his retirement jersey is in Atlanta this week, or retirement this Sunday against Atlanta.
Okay.
Well, you better win against Atlanta. Let's say that.
We hope. Oh, that was a cheap shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, no, I'm talking about the game. Like sports and like
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit to Major
real quick
League
before
Baseball.
you had asked the question of where our black hole is in the Allegiant Stadium. The black hole is in the end zone.
I know where it's at, but it wasn't very evident like it used to be.
Is it because it was black and silver all over the place?
No, it's because there was one sign about 4 by 6 feet that said black hole, and there wasn't like any of your costumed like mega Raider fans. It wasn't like a black hole that we used to see in Oakland. I know there is a black hole, but it's not like the black hole.
Well, hopefully that'll change. And I think with the rules too, if you got to be
while you're there Sunday, let us know.
We'll see. I mean, and shout out to the founder of the black hole who recently passed away.
Yeah, that was sad.
Shout out to him. But I don't know. Violator, I didn't see. Is Violator going to these games? I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see any spiked, pads and crazy. I don't see that in the.
It's probably because it's the vaccine rule, and then it's possibly too that it's early, and we'll see later on down in the season how we do.
And shout out to those that are selling tickets. Please be aware that when you're selling your tickets on Facebook, you go on Ticketmaster and see what the comps are going for in that area, because I've seen a lot of people that have season tickets. They're trying to resell them now because of the COVID issue or because they can't attend, and they're selling for crazy high when you can get that same exact section or row for a lot less.
What's up, Goose?
Because of all this happening, the COVID and whatnot, tickets are going down. And if you are able to wait until that day of or day before, that prices are going down, because these season ticket holders, they just want to get some money back eventually.
Yeah, and you can wait even day of the game.
I've looked at ticket prices in like that same row. Someone will have it for $398 each, and the next person has it for $150 each. So who do you think you're going to buy?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I'm going to get the 2 for $300 versus the 2 for $600.
Yeah, but you're on the upper deck, I'm sure. Oh, they gave Violator season tickets. Thanks, Goose. That's what I thought. So he'll be there representing.
But a person versus, I mean, you know what I mean? Like back in, you remember the old, I mean, of course,
I get what you're saying. I totally do. And you got to understand that's coming out of Oakland and LA. So again, it's early. We'll see. Travel, you know, they showed up. 6,000 people got their first dose of the vaccination on that home game opener. 6,000. So if they keep,
but here's my thing is that how do they police wearing the mask for those first timers versus not having to wear a mask for the vaxxers?
I don't think they do. It's the same thing at Dodger Stadium. You're supposed to be at Dodger Stadium wearing your mask the whole time, and they necessarily didn't really police that like that.
Well, my other issue with Allegiant Stadium is why doesn't Allegiant Stadium do that for everything that's at their stadium? Because guess what? I went to the Sounders game last night. You didn't have to have a vaccine. Not many people wearing masks because they're too busy drinking Modelo's and everything else. And now, 3-4 days later, you've got the Raiders there that have to be vaccinated. So why?
So I'm sure they must have sanitized the heck out of the stadium. They don't do it for UNLV games either.
Are they?
They don't do it for UNLV games either. So it's just the Raiders thing. Maybe because the Raiders is a 60,000 seat filler and it's going to fill those 60,000 seats. The capacity is going to be more. I don't know. But we'll see. Very good question, though.
Yeah. I was sitting there thinking about that yesterday, like at the game, like, wait, we didn't have to be vaxxed. Not many people here are wearing their masks. And
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, in hindsight, you have to just do the right thing, I guess, when it comes to that kind of thing. Because I think I know for sure when my parents, my dad and my brother and Horn, all them went to that game for Monday Night Football game, still kept their masks on, regardless of the rules. Because you had those first timers. You didn't know who they were, but they thought they could pull it down. I don't think they policed it at all. Because that was Mark Davis's issue. He didn't want to go through that rigmarole of going up and down, having his staff.
And one shot, you still get anyway.
And one shot, you still with it. Yeah, it just started. Come on.
Donnell with the funny that you can still socially distance. At
yes, you can. Games. And you can buy a ticket still for $20. And you can get a season ticket for $150. And you can sit
if you just want to see Allegiant Stadium, go to a UNLV game because it's cheaper than the tour.
You sure can. And you can do all of that. You sure can do all of that and feel like a big time boss with those season tickets and have great seats for $200. Yeah.
Right.
Talk about it.
Yeah. And I feel like you should still wear your mask, period.
Yeah, I agree.
I was wearing my mask and here's the issue too, is that they changed up the drinks for this game versus football. At football games, when I went to this preseason game, you could have a water bottle, but they took the cap, right? The beers you got to keep in your cans.
Right.
But at the soccer game, they had to pour everything into cups with no lids. However, if you had a soda, you could have a lid and a straw. But water and beer all had to be in clear cups with no lids. I didn't.
So maybe they're looking at it like incidents that occur that we don't know about, and they keep changing up the rules. I don't know.
But why would soda get a top on their cup, but water and beer don't? Like soda drinkers aren't going to toss their cup?
Because who's putting a top on the beer though? They're constantly drinking beer.
I would like a top on my water. I would like the water.
I would like a top on the water. I can see on the water, but not the beer. Beer don't ever come with no top on.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean the water for sure. But even the beer, we got cans before when we were at the preseason.
But even at the Aces game, they were taking my caps. I don't even like the caps off my water bottle. So
you know what? I started putting caps in my pocket.
Well, that's what you got to do.
So you bring a cap in with you, you're good. No one's going to stop you at security for bringing a cap in.
I don't think anything's going to stop you either from going to the little concessions area if you get a cup of water and getting the lid for it either. Aren't there a stand for the lids or no? They take those away?
No, they're gone. There was no straws.
Interesting.
There was no straws. Alicia, the Aces, they do distribute logo to disposable masks, which is very nice.
Yeah, they do.
The Raiders or other teams can be able to do
If they did that, that would be dope too. But they're not going to wear them. They don't wear Miss Chin straps, honey.
So Major League Baseball, my Mariners.
My Dodgers, though.
Hang on, we already clinched it. You already clinched it. Can I start?
No. San Francisco lost today, so they're one game. We're one.
You already clinched. You already clinched. You already clinched the playoffs. We get it. My Mariners, for the first time ever, got a 4-game win sweep in Oakland against the A's, and now we are legitimately kind of changing the scenario of what the playoff picture, we could still possibly get a wild card spot.
Okay, you really, possibly. We still ain't there yet. When y'all
yeah, but you know what though? Because
I'll take y'all 84 wins though. Y'all got 84 in, right?
Listen, but what's good, and shout out to my boy Weeks for breaking it down a little bit, is because in the AL playoff picture race, coming up in these next like 6 to 8 games that are left, the Red Sox, Yankees, and Blue Jays all got to play each other. So somebody has to lose out of those 3, which will keep those numbers going down. And if we can continue to keep winning, we got I think the Angels next for 3 games.
Okay.
And then we play the A's again at home. Whereas the A's, they got to play Houston for 3 games and then come and play us at home. So it's still
they better keep them bats warm is all I can say for y'all. Y'all pitching better be on. Y'all outfield better be ready.
Well, and Kyle Seager got 100 RBIs. He has 100th RBI as well as 35 home runs this season. Like, you know.
I'm proud of you guys as Mariners, to be honest with you, because I wasn't expecting that and seeing it coming. And when I was looking at the rankings recently, I was like, we got 84
make
wins
the play. First of all, and not to mention, we have the longest drought of any of the 4 major sports for playoff appearances. It's been 20 years since we've been in a playoff. 20 years. So if we make the playoffs, I'm on the next thing cooking out there because I don't know whenever it will happen again.
It won't happen again. That's the problem. But my Dodgers, however, to go live
while I'm at a game.
Said, we're probably not going to win our division, but we definitely will be World Series bound again.
But you're clinched. You've clinched. So congratulations to the Dodgers. You guys are good. So I'm just hoping.
Nice. I'm just happy San Francisco lost so we could be a game behind them and try to win this week and be above them and look like something. Because if we could take the division title, that'll be amazing again.
Well,
shout out to the LA teams.
We're just hoping to squeeze in. That's all. We're just hoping.
Well, I hope you guys do squeeze in. It'll make for interesting football, baseball. It really will. Like
my mom's hoping. My mom, she's a Mariners fan, so she's ready.
You guys got your Kraken.
I might have to go take Mom.
You got your Mariners. Y'all need.
Yeah, the Kraken had their own little media photo shoot yesterday at the new training facility, which is not far from my house up there in Seattle, North Seattle. So that's amazing. There's a lot of stuff happening both in Seattle and here. I mean, Vegas is booming with sports. Like it never ends out here. So
got a fight coming up.
And shout out to the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals, because they won 12 in a row. They haven't done that since
I know. But I ain't gonna shout them out at all because I know fans that talk mess about my Dodgers, so I don't really care. Sorry.
I did have me, I love my dogs. And we've got a bat dog here for the Aviators, Finn the bat dog. But this is a cute little there's a bat dog. He's in his rookie season, but his name is Rookie. He debuted for the Buffalo Bison, which is a major minor league team. He got so excited because he's a ball dog. Here's what happened.
And 15 as Rookie the bat dog here at Salem Field tonight. A little over anxious is now out by the pitcher's mound. Here for the final dog day of the season.
Well, Eastman's got the ball. He wanted it.
Yeah.
He wanted the baseball. Easy there, Rookie. Easy.
He said easy there, Rookie. Rookie jumped the gun and went to go get that ball during the middle of a first inning. So
super cute.
It was adorable.
So cute.
Shout out to Mom. Just checked in. Yep. Yeah. Hopefully. I know.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys swept the A's. Yeah, I can.
Swept the A's, Mom. Yeah, she must have had a typo.
That's a good look. That's a really good look.
Yes. I want to give a shout out to our official 6th Woman of the Year. Look what I made into a t-shirt.
Oh, I love it. Go ahead, Kelsey.
I got to put this on for a playoff game. WNBA playoffs have started, you guys. The first game already took place.
Yes, Chicago won that 81 to something. Yeah, Dallas Wings, sayonara. They are out.
Yes, they are gone.
And then we play against Connecticut Sun on the 28th.
No, we don't play against them. They're the second seed. They're the first seed. We're the second seed. So we're both in the semifinal round.
Oh, that's right. We got to wait for the other teams to come down.
And this is the issue that the WNBA coaches and players are having, is that they're having single elimination first and second round. So literally the first round is today, second round is Sunday, and then semifinals are on Tuesday.
28th. And then it's so funny because the prediction is that it's going to be us and the Sun, but majority is saying Connecticut Sun. 3 out of the 5 analysts are saying the Sun are going to win, where 2 of them are saying, the Aces will win the championship. I'm rolling with my Aces. You know my Aces are going to win this. It's our year.
I don't think.
Well, I'm just hoping, I'm hoping that eventually the Storm can just take on the Sun and knock them out. We'll play the Sun again, and we can win.
I think they'll be able to. I think it's going to be us and the Sun, and I think we can beat the Sun if we've got a squad. There's no
everybody's
reason why
healthy.
we cannot
Everybody's healthy.
back.
There's
Liz
no problem.
Everybody's healthy. We should not have a problem beating this team. We should not. It's
going to be tough, but here's the deal. At least it's a best of 5. So we'll be playing Tuesday and Thursday at home. Sunday will be out, and Tuesday will be out. Then the following Friday, October the 8th, I believe, would be the possible game 5.
I need our girls to bring a championship to the city. I'm not playing with them this season.
Let them be the first champions here. We've been praising this
team
all year long.
We need that.
Let this happen.
We need that. We need that.
Nice. Be so nice. So I'm excited.
They do have the double bye. Yep, Goose. They sure do.
So
because we clinched, we're balling. Like there's no reason why we cannot beat the Sun. None whatsoever.
I didn't get a picture,
I can beat them
but
on
shout
2K.
out. Oh, here we go. There's most time. She'll knock back in here in a second. In the meantime, a special shout out to Malika Andrews, who is going to be having her own NBA show on ESPN. We know what has happened with the NBA shoot-around show with, I don't even want to talk about her name, but Malika Andrews, congrats to you. Major Girl Power gets her own show on ESPN now. She'll be hosting. And hopefully Mo will come back on so we can look at some kicks and make our picks for this week, which would be amazing. Alicia, for sure, Girl Power. Thank you so much for sharing that article as well. We continued on to share it as well. It was great. It was great. Yes. Donnell, you know that. You know it. She was doing her thing and she deserved it, especially after what she was doing in the finals. Like she was amazing, literally amazing. I think Mo is going to be watching football, it sounds like, for the rest of the time. Here we go. Yes, Miss Volunteer, very well deserved for Malika. So major girl power, shout out to her. We're going to work on that timing for your thing. I don't know what's up with this.
You set the time on Facebook, I think. We have to just try it out. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's get into some picks. First of all, for all you mids haters out there, I just want to put it out there that the GOAT himself is out there rocking mids.
What does that mean? A man wore freaking culottes and a double-breasted suit that was hella baggy. He has no fashion sense whatsoever.
I'm saying if my man MJ can wear mid,
if you're going off of a man with no fashion sense wearing mids, that does nothing for this argument whatsoever. The man's jean shorts look like culottes. Are you kidding me right now? I don't care if he's wearing mids in the afterlife.
Keep wearing my
mids during the game, and he said they were more comfortable when he's playing. I don't care. They're mids. They're waxed, and
I'm officially good now. I see my
you're not officially good. You're going off of a guy with no sense of style or fashion whatsoever. No, you're not. No, you're not good. And hey, let me tell you something, and I'm dead serious. You're not wearing mids around me. I'll say that. You save your mids for some other person with no sense of style or no sense of fashion, like Michael Jordan is. That is not a great example of that. I saw that post too, and I was like, yeah. Same guy that wore the damn denim Canadian tuxedos and whatnot.
Everywhere.
And double-breasted long john suits that were 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. Yeah, off of a skinny frame. Yeah, we're going to go off the fashion tips from that guy. Okay.
I didn't say
just make your money.
But he's wearing mids. I'll take the mids. Too.
Nah.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm telling him how.
All right, so let's get into some
mids.
Let's get into some sneakers, okay?
Ones, lows, mids. It makes no sense.
There are reports that Off-White and the Air Force One mid will be dropping next year. So we know. I'm never been.
But see, that's a mid that you can get behind, not a Jordan one mid.
Why? Because it's Air Force One. It's the same thing. It's the same height.
No.
Mids are mids. Mids are mids.
No, it's not. You're obviously not
a Off-White, so it's fashion. Okay.
No, you're not. You're obviously not a sneakerhead saying that comment. So no.
Same thing.
Moving on to the next one. No, it's not. Those are dope, and that's October.
October 2nd. The shattered backboard.
I do like those.
Those
in the
nice.
fives. I will take that all day.
Mm-hmm.
Those are kind of fly.
The 4 Thunder Red Red Thunder has been pushed back to December.
Yeah, see, I was kind of waiting month to month to see how these do because they roll them out and then they change the dates, and I just wasn't sure. You know what I mean?
We never know.
I was only doing the releases for September. Like I'm only focused on this month. I like what October's bringing, and October's bringing even more fly shoes. Like I'm still waiting on the Billie Eilish.
I think December is going to be crazy.
Oh yeah, because the Cool Grays come out in December. That's a Christmas shoe. You know, if I don't get a pair of Cool.
Well, I know this one. I know we've had this one before, but the Storm Blue come out on the 29th.
Yeah, that's dope.
The AJKOs. And then, of course, your Billie Eilish is on
yes,
the
and the Ghost Green, and they're vegan too.
You know, I love that green.
Those are fly, but they almost remind me of the Ambush Dunks as well, in that neon green. But this is a softer green, and the fact that she's made it vegan, and she did a pair of 15s too. Now, normally I don't wear Jordan 15s, but the Jordan 15s she's got coming out, they're kind of fly. They're not too bad.
I don't know.
They're really not bad.
Yeah, I don't know about all that one.
Oh, they're not bad.
And then, which I like, the Air Max 90 Familias for Hispanic Heritage Month. These come out on the 30th, so
they don't fly. They got a nice colorway to them.
Yeah,
I like Max's were my most comfortable shoe for that festival. I wore my 4s the one day, and it was killing me. So heavy.
Oh yeah, I don't know if
but the Max's was gold. Gold on my Maxes.
Nice.
All day.
And a reminder for everybody out there, the prototype, the AJ1s come out tomorrow. Make sure you set your alarms for that 6:58 or 6:55 in the morning to jump on those. Also, the AJ5 Moonlights, they drop on Saturday. I do like those Moonlights.
Yeah. Thanks to Lee, man. He's right. Mom jeans and cigars. Exactly. Like, bro, like for real, Michael Jordan. That's y'all example. That's y'all muse for fashion. Okay, you roll with that. Y'all stay over there. I'll be right here. You stay right over there. You stay right over there. And then
to watch all the people on the Bleacher sneaker app, like really, they're like, watch Travis Scott drop a mid. Everybody's gonna want to have that mid.
No, because I don't even want his lows. He's done mids before, and I don't even want those. I like a high top. It's a high top for a reason. No, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game. We are not playing that right now.
We don't even try it. Homie, don't play that.
Don't even try it. All these young Tito's talk about what's wrong with mids. Obviously, you didn't grow up in the era of getting a high top. So basically, what they're doing. He did that to propagate the mids to make the mids a higher price point.
Hey, that's some good. Well, I don't know about higher price money, depending on it.
Than what they're worth. And when the high tops, you know what, are $170 or something like that, and then the mids are what, $155 or something crazy.
That's why I still get into them U7s. Yes.
And then he's gonna be taxing on the mids now because that's all it was. Is to promote people to buy more mids because he knows mid sales are not great. No one's wearing mids like that. Stop it.
But they
unless you're 5 foot. And a female, maybe I could see it. Other than that, no. The deception is real. Putting on a pair of jeans and then you deceive me with a nice colorway and lift up your shoe and it's a mid. I pretty much fall out and die. Like,
who's even wearing jeans that cover their shoes anyway? That's what I'm wondering.
It's a deception. It's such a deception.
I don't wear bell bottoms. That's not happening.
People that wear mids, apparently, because that's what I'm seeing out in these streets. You walk up to me in the store with sneakers on, I'll be like, oh,
mids are great for sweat.
Yeah, never mind.
Let's get into some pick'ems.
Yes, let's do it.
Mo, you won week 1. You won 4-3. You did. So we're moving on to week. We didn't get to do yet last week's, but let's do this week. So we can't obviously do today. I think that'd be a giveaway.
I picked Texans, so you can put me on an L for that. I don't care.
That's all right.
You can take Panthers.
We don't got to count it. We don't got to count it. Colts at Tennessee.
I'm going with those Titans.
Titans, yeah. Atlanta at New York Giants. Saquon really hasn't been putting on a show, has he? Or is he injured? I can't remember now. It's like I haven't even heard his name come up.
I can't either, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll with those Giants anyway and just see what it do.
Okay, I'm going to go with Atlanta. I'm going to see what Matty Ice got up his sleeve.
Okay.
Chargers at Chiefs. Now the Chiefs lost this week. So
they'll be on a revenge game. Are they at Arrowhead or are they over at SoFi?
Yes, they're at Arrowhead.
Yeah, they can win in Arrowhead. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on that.
Yeah, I actually am going to. I like Chargers. I like
but they're 1-1 right now. They're 50-50. We'll see what it does.
Bengals at Pittsburgh. Also, Big Ben
is he hurt?
Injured. I think he's playing, but that he might be limited in what he can do.
Is TJ Watt still out?
I do not know that.
See, So I don't know. I think they'll come back on the revenge game from the Raiders, and I still pick. I'll go with the Steelers on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals just to go opposite. But I mean, they've had a couple good looks and plays.
Have.
I just, I'm curious to see how that goes for them.
Hopefully, Joe Mixon will give me points. I can go either way.
We got Justin Fields' first start at the Browns. And Jarvis Landry is out on IR.
He is out
as
okay.
Well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sucks. But they still got Nick Chubb.
They
still got Kareem Hunt out there.
If they could please utilize Kareem Hunt a lot more, I would love
that would be great
to
for
see
me
this
too
happen.
because I have him on fantasy as well. That would be nice because Kareem Hunt can run and he's a baller.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with those Brownies.
Okay,
I'm gonna do the dog pound. I'm gonna roll with them.
Yep. All right. Ravens at Detroit. Detroit's been doing all right. Not necessarily winning, but they've been putting up some points.
I got Lamar Jackson, so we're gonna roll with Baltimore on that.
Did you see him flip in the end zone?
Is that considered taunting when you flip?
I mean, I guess since there was nobody around him, it's not. But
it's like when they were giving penalties in the touchdown celebrations. The whole thing is stupid. Yeah. They really don't want people to watch football anymore, do they? They really don't.
Saints at the Patriots.
Oh, jeez. I'm going with New England. I just don't know if and listen.
When does Michael Thomas come back? Is he out how many weeks?
That's what I'm
curious.
But
I don't know.
Jameis.
I'll go with New Orleans just so we can, separate a few.
New Orleans is my second team, but I'm gonna roll with Belichick and those Patriots.
Right. Cardinals at Jaguars.
Oh, Cardinals all day, honey. You go down to Duval, honey. They're not doing nothing. Poor Jaguars. Same with the Jets. This is poor them. This is not their year.
Poor Mr. Lawrence, who's never lost in his life until he got to the NFL.
His first season.
I'm going Cardinals as well.
Get traded.
Even though I think isn't Kyler Murray a little? I thought he was a little injured, wasn't he?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
He's fine. On fantasy league, they don't have him questionable or nothing.
Okay, good. Redskins at Buffalo.
You mean the Washington team at Buffalo?
Shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
The Washington.
It's hard for us to say. I know it's hard.
I grew up, because it's always, my dad was a fan of the R team.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo, even though I think there's some great defense in Washington.
I will try. I'm gonna go on the opposite end. I'll do Washington team just on that. But my heart says Buffalo.
Yeah. The Jets at Denver Broncos.
Oh, Broncos all day. The Broncos have been balling. Let's not count them out in the AFC West.
Teddy Bridgewater found him a home.
Really showing it up.
Yeah, I believe it. And the Jets offense did you see the little 12 or 10-year-old that was picking apart the Jets offense on some TikTok or something? That was hilarious.
It's not hard to pick the Jets offense apart though. But for the fact that a 10-year-old could do it,
are you going for Denver too?
More impressive.
Denver. Miami at the Raiders.
I'm going
with the Raiders. I don't see
Miami
doing a whole lot. Seattle at Minnesota. Well, we know.
I'll go with your Seahawks. I'm gonna bet that hopefully they make it because this is going to be on my ticket again. I may not even play your team on my ticket this week. Forget that.
You don't need to.
No, I won't.
The Bucks at the Rams.
Oh, that's going to be a great game. That's going to be an excellent game, and I'm actually going to go with the Rams on that. That's going to be a great game. You have to keep in mind, Rams have the number 1 defense in the league.
I know.
Antonio Brown is out as a wide receiver, and he balled out last week.
But but listen, he balled out that game, but he hasn't been like a constant option. So I don't think it's really a threat.
You're missing a wide receiver.
If it were Mike Evans out, I feel like that would be an issue. But
as long as Chris Godwin can do work for me on my fantasy points, I really don't care. They're coming to the West Coast. I feel like the Rams.
You got Rams. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'll make Natalie a fan and happy today because her and her Tom.
Is she a fan of the Bucks or the Patriots?
Well, she's a Bucks fan because of Tom, clearly. But
so she moved over.
She has multiple teams. She's got the Giants, the Patriots, the Bucks.
Got who she's got.
She's one of those fans.
She needs a jersey that has all her teams represented and cut up and sewn into one.
Well, so Natalie is actually going to this game this weekend. She'll be in LA for the game, and she actually has a jersey with talk about something about Tom, but it has the 12, one with a Patriot one and one with a Tampa Bay 2. So it does have the split thing on it.
Okay.
Strupping for both. Another good possible game, the Packers at the Niners.
Niners.
I'm going to go with the Pack. Just because.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't care. And he's saving his arm for the next team he's going to. So he's going to throw the ball and do his job. Devontae Adams, if and when he leaves, there's rumored that Devontae Adams may come to the Raiders once Aaron Rodgers checks out. May not follow him.
That's after the season. I'm talking about this game.
I know you are. So again, why risk it?
I would
love
the Packers to not be great anymore. That's fine, but I'd also love them to beat the Niners more so.
Of course you would, because it's in your division. Is Quan listening? Donnell's still on here, though.
Still here.
Yeah, Goose is still on there. You talking mess. Of course you would. He's gonna show up. Aaron Rodgers is gonna show up and do his job, but I think in SoFi it's gonna be around Rams. I mean about the 49ers, not in SoFi. It's gonna be about the
it could
49ers.
be the upset. It could. Well, this is why they got a good Sunday night football game on. I'm sure it's gonna be great for everybody. They got great games coming on Sunday night and Monday Night Football. So you also got the Eagles at Dallas. Now the Eagles had a great game.
Yeah, they did.
Week 1.
Not so much for week 2.
No, but
I'm going with the Cowboys. I hate them, but I think they're going to show out. Amari Cooper, though, is still questionable. He's not on, or is he on the IR?
No, I think he was okay.
Oh, on fantasy, I think he was questionable.
I thought on my fantasy, let me look.
Look and see. Because I think he's either IR.
It says questionable. Yeah. It says a bruised rib. But they play Monday night, so that gives plenty of time, too.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, it's possible. We'll see.
Hopefully,
because that's the same team I got Christian McCaffrey on, so I'll have to make a change and adjustment before Sunday because nobody else plays on Monday that I have. So I'm gonna go with Dallas too. I really hate doing that, but
I don't like the Cowboys.
I don't see Philly going into Jerry's house and escaping with the. If they do, I'll be ecstatic.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna complain about it. I'll tell you that.
Right. Well, y'all, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
It has.
Glad to have you back.
Yes.
Glad to see your face, Mo.
Right.
Hey, everybody, make sure you check us out each and every Wednesday. I know it's Thursday, but we'll be back next Wednesday with another episode, 7 p.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern time. Please make sure you like and subscribe us on YouTube. We got a Facebook page as well as a Facebook group. A lot of people love to share to the group, but they don't want to also add some content. So please feel free to add some content to the group as well. Check us on Instagram, Twitter. We do like to post there as well. So make sure to do that. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining in the comments. Yeah, we're out. See you next Wednesday. All right, Mo.
Yep, we out.